Marhaban, ahlan wa sahlan bikum. Welcome again to our Gateway to Arabic channel with me, Dr. Imran Alawiye. Today's lesson will continue our fast track to reading and writing Arabic. In the previous lessons, we have established the template and I have provided you with all the diacritical marks that you need to be able to read Arabic text. Now, what we need to do today is to add more letters, and then we apply the rule. And today's letters, they comes in twins. So the first two are Dhaal and Dhaal. Dhaal and Dhaal. And those two letters, they're also part of the 6 letters that cannot be extended forward to the left to join any letter. Okay, as we will say. Now, let's start with Kesra, which is the diacritical mark that we place under a letter and to give us the sound E. Of course, when you put it under different letters, they sound different, of course. Now, E under Dhaal will be D. Dhaal, Kesra, E, D. Now, let's put the same E under Dhaal, Dhaal, and that will sound the. So we have D, the. Okay, what we need to do now is to place the same diacritical mark and transfer it on the top of the letter. And we know that's going to give us different sound. Instead of E sound, it gives us A sound. So, Fatha on top of Dhaal sounds Da. And Fatha on top of Dhaal sounds The. Okay, we have D, the, Da, The. Okay, one more short vowels, and that is U sound, Dhamma. We know that is always on top of a letter. So that's is an U. Let's place that on top of Dhaal, and we get Do. And on top of Dhaal, we get Dhu, Dhu. So all three now say D, Da, Do. That's for Dhaal. D, Da, Do. As for Dhaal, that will be the, Dhu. The, Dhu. Okay, that's short vowels. What about if we want it to be long vowels? We know what we do to make E sound longer. We add ya, and that ya is there to drag the sound of E. Okay, so that will be D. That's for the Dhaal. For the Dhaal will be the. Okay. What about if we want to elongate the A sound to lengthen in the A? It becomes A. Remember, we use alif to do that. So we put fatha on the Dhaal plus alif. And then you say Da. Note that Dhaal, between Dhaal and alif, there is a gap. Because Dhaal cannot be extended forward to join any letter. That's why you have that gap in there. So Da. As for Dhaal, that will be The. Okay. Now let's elongate the U sound. So put Dhamma, short vowel, on Dhaal, Do, and add Wow to drag it. That will be Do, Do. Okay, let's do the same thing to the Dhaal, and that will become Dhu. Okay, so we have D, Da, Do, and the Dhu. Here we are. You have the short vowel and you have the long vowel. What else? Let's double the short vowel. Double D, that will becomes Din. To Kesra, and to Fatha, Dan, and to Dhamma, Dun, Din, Dan, Dun, Din, Dan, Dun, Din, Dan, Dun, Dun, Din, Dan. Play around with the sound for me. The same thing with the Dhaal. That will be then, thun, then, then, then. Here we are. What else? Sukun. You know that small symbol, this O, small O on top of a letter, which casts the letter to become bare minimum sound. So if we put it on the Dhaal, that will be d, d, d. That's why you need a vowel before it, so you can get the idea of it better. So if we put, let's say, we put ba before the Dhaal, and then we put sukun on the Dhaal, that becomes bad. You see, bad. You can see sukun now, but. However, remember, diphthongs, two sound, and ow sound. If we put sukun on the wow, after the Dhaal with fatha, be daw. And put yaw there with sukun, that's you get a sound, that's day. Just reminding you, we've covered that already in the previous lessons. Yes, we did. Okay, let's take the Dhaal. Dhaal is the same. If you put Dhaal and fatha, the, and wow sukun, thou. Okay. If you just put sukun on the Dhaal, that will be for instance, if you put ba before it, bad. Here we are. Okay, I think the best way to do that, to actually show you how it works, is to give an example. I'm going to write, put a couple of letters together, and I want you to read them for me. Shall we? Okay. Let's start. Very simple. Simple? Yes. Jim, fatha, and then Dhaal, shadda. Look at the symbol on top of that da. That is like a number 3 in English, which is looking upward. So underscore shadda. And the job of the shadda is to alert us, to say, oh, this letter on which I'm sitting is actually double. It is double. So when you want to pronounce it, I want you to put emphasis on it. So we say jaddun, because I have un on top of it. Jaddun. Without the shadda, you say jadun. But because of the shadda, we say jad. You pause and then you say it. Jaddun. Jaddun means grandfather. Jaddun, grandfather. Okay. What about if I jim fatha? Okay, and Dhaal, again shadda on it. This time I'll put fatha on it to sound da. Then I'm going to add ta marbuta. Ta, this O with 2 dots, that's also ta. It's the same pronunciation as the one we did before, the open ta. I'll tell you the reason for that later on, because that's kind of ta, tied up ta, is the signature to say the word that is carrying this at the end is actually feminine. Okay? So in this case, you say jaddatun. Jaddatun. That means grandma, grandfather, grandmother, grandma, grandmother. Jaddatun. Jaddatun. Okay. So we have jaddun, grandfather, jaddatun, grandmother. Okay, if you want to say my grandma, the ta at the end, you add ya to it to say ti. So I say jaddati, jaddati, my grandma. My grandfather would be jaddi, again with the lengthening ya. Jaddi, my grandfather. Jaddi. Okay. Let's try another one to be with the Dhaal in it. So let's write Dhaal, fatha, jim, fatha, and then make it longer with alif. Ja. Okay. Write another jim with fatha, and then ta marbuta, another ta. So the same ta marbuta, because it is joining with the jim, that's why it looks like that. So that will be now daja. There's no shadda. Daja. Jatun, dajajatun, as a chicken, dajajatun, dajajatun, Dajajatun. That's good. So you can see now you started reading just by looking at the letters and apply the all the diacritical. You know what they sounds like. You merge them and you say the word for me. Well done. So that's the with now one more. Let's try another one. 4 letters this time. Del with dhamma u, and then extend it with wow. Another da with fatha, and then ta marbuta. Can you read that with 2 dhamma? That will be do da dun, do da dun, do da dun. You can see those 4 letters. They're not joining. Why? Because del is naughty letter. You cannot stretch it to connect with the letter after it. And that's why you have that gap between the dal and wow. Wow also is a naughty letter. You cannot extend that either to join the letter after it. Again, hence you have the gap between the wow and the dal. Again, the dal and the ta marbuto, there's a gap. You see, do that one, and that's mean worm. Oh, worm, do that one. Okay. Now let's add another two letters. 2 letters. Yes, they are twins as well. And these lots, they are called. The first one, no dot, is called ra. Okay, ordinary R. Ra, ra. Okay. And the second one, the twin, is za, like a Z. Za. Ra, za. Ra, za. All you need to do is you attach the vowels to this, and then you read them. You say, let's play around with the word, with the sound first. So we say ri, no, ri, ra, ru, short. Ri, ra, ru. Ri, ra, ru. That's kasra, fataha, dhamma. Ri, ra, ru. Ru, ri, ra. Ru, ri, ra. Ri, ru, ra. Ru, ra, ri. Just mix them up. Okay. The same kasra, let's attach lengthening ya. Ri, see? Ri. Okay. Let's now move to the fatha. Attach alif to make it longer. Instead of ra, becomes ra with an alif. Ra with an alif. And the ru, let's attach wow to make it longer. Ru. So ri, ra, ru. Here we are. What about doubling tanween? Let's double the vowel. Rin, run, run. Rin, run, run. You see, each time we say run with 2 fatha, we're adding alif to support it. So rin, run, run. Rin, run, run. Run, rin, run. Yes. That's good. That's the sound. Okay, that's the, and then sukoon, if you put the small o on top of the ra, that's bit r. Sukoon just cut the sound to bare minimum. R. And then you need vowel to pronounce that, of course. I think what we need to do is give you more words for you to read, to practice, to apply your knowledge now, shall we? Okay, what's the word that has R in it? The reason why we are limited is I'm not using any word which contains any letter that we haven't covered yet. So that's why. So ra, something that has ra or za or any previous letters in it. I know. We can try it. Let's say rabbun. Oh, rabbun. Ra, fatha, and ba with shadda. With shadda and 2 dhamma. Rabbun. That's mean Lord. Rabbun. Lord. Rabbun. Okay. What about my Lord? My Lord would be ra, fatha, ra. Ba, we put a shadda, and then the kasra, we tuck it in under the shadda this time, rather than put it under the ba. Because when you have a shadda, you know, anything under that shadda is kasra. So, Rabbi, with the lengthening ya. Rabbi, my Lord. Rabbi, my Lord. Okay, what else? What about if we look at za? Let's do the za. Za with dhamma, zu. Ba with sukun, b. And that join it together with zub. zub, and then dal, fatha, dal, zubda, and then ta marbuta with two dhammatun. Zubdatun, zubdatun, zubdatun. Yes, that's brilliant. Zubdatun, that's a butter. Okay. What else? Za, dhamma, zu. Let's put u on it. Zu. And then jim with fatha, lengthening with an alif. Ja, zuja. And then another jim. Look at the gap between the alif and the jim, because alif cannot be extended forward. Jim, fatha, and then ta marbuta with two dhamma. Zuja, jatun. Zuja, jatun. That's mean glass. Glass. Zuja, jatun. Zuja, jatun. Okay. Another one. Za, fatha, za. Ya with sukun. Anytime you have sukun on the ya, remember, you need to remember the sound I sound. Now you say zai. And then ta, open ta with two dhammatun. Zaytun. That's mean oil. Oil. Zaytun. 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 Okay. One more. 4 letters. Jim, fatha, ja. Za, fatha, za. Ra, fatha, ra. No, let's make it, well, why not? Ra, fatha, ra. Yes. And then ta marbuta with two dhammatun. Jazaratun. Jazaratun. That's mean carrot. Jazaratun. Jazaratun. All short vowel. Jazaratun. Jazaratun. That's a carrot. Okay. Another one. I like this one. Jim, fatha, ja. Za, shadda, and fatha on top of it. Jazza with an alif to make it longer. Jazza, and then ra, fatha, and then ra, maybe run. Jazzarun. Ra with two dhamma. Jazzarun. That's a butcher. Jazzarun. 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 2 more. Yes, they are coming to my head. Okay. Kha, dhamma, khu. Ba with sukun is you join the khu and b. Khub. And then za with two dhamma. Zun. Khubzun. 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 That's bread. Khubzun. Khubzun. Good. Let's see whether you can read this one. I'm just going to write it. So you have 4 letters. 4 letters. Can you read that? You say kha, fatha, kha. Ba with shadda, and then fatha, and then alif. Khabba, and then zun. Khabbazun. That's a baker. Khabbazun. Here we are. This is the system. Each time we introduce new letter or letters, you just apply your knowledge about the sound, vowels, short vowels, long vowels, shadda, sukoon, lengthening, doubling of all these things, and then you will be correct in your reading. Please experiment. Go back to lesson 1. Look at the foundation that we've laid there and digest it properly. You will see once you know the name of the letter, that's it. There's nothing to stop you to be able to read it at all. Nothing whatsoever. Remember, you can always check the book. Please buy that book. It's called The Key to Arabic, Book 1, Fast Track to Reading and Writing Arabic, from the gateway to Arabic.com. There's a flashcard as well, which also will help you, and it's called Gateway to Arabic Flashcard Set 1 from the gateway to Arabic.com as well. Please subscribe before you go and send the link for me to your contact, please. And if you can, please make donation to my charity. Details are placed below. For my charity, Helping Hands for Education.org. We're trying to build an educational resource center for the needy children in my hometown, Ogbomoso, southwestern Nigeria. Thank you so much. For some of you have done so. I appreciate that. شكرا جزيلا. جزاكم الله خيرا. شكر الله لكم. أحسن الله إليكم وأدخل السرور إلى قلوبكم. مع السلامة. إلى اللقاء في أمان الله. Allah ma'akum.